My beloved child, listen closely. In these moments, I am offering you something the world cannot give you. This is a direct, gentle conversation between us with nothing in the way. If your attention drifts, you may miss a healing word that I shaped just for you. Here, you are not just hearing ideas or traditions. You are meeting with my living presence. My voice is speaking personally into your life, calling you by name. If you are willing, whisper in your heart, "I'm listening," and make a choice right now to stay with me until the very end of these words. Let yourself relax in this place. The heaviness you carry, the questions you are afraid to ask, the ache that sits quietly in the back of your mind. I see all of it. You do not need to hide or pretend with me. Take off the mask you wear for others. Many feel they must earn my attention or prove they deserve my love. But I already know you completely. I have watched every season of your heart, from the innocence of your earliest joy to the hidden tears no one else has ever seen. I have felt every tremor of pain with you and for you. The invitation in front of you is simple, not complicated. It is an open door into belonging, healing, and deep peace. Every moment you give to this connection draws you nearer to the source that never runs dry. As you listen, you may remember times when you wondered if I was close at all. You imagined I was distant or uninterested in your struggles. But in the quiet places, I have been closer than you realized. When you searched for answers and met only silence, I was quietly weaving strength into your spirit. My love for you is not fragile or temporary. It is not a reward for getting everything right. It is the steady, unbroken foundation under your whole life. If you are tired of always trying to be enough, know this. I am not measuring you by your success or failure. I delight in you simply because you are mine. Nothing you have done and nothing you will do can undo that truth. Everything about you matters to me. Your doubts, your regrets, your desire for a new start, bring them all to me. Do not edit or soften your heart when you speak with me. I am never shocked by your honesty. In your rawest, most vulnerable moments, I draw you even closer. Many think they need to fix themselves before coming near, but real healing starts in my arms, not before. Trust that I am already moving in the deep places where you have no words. My child, I have watched you try to be strong for everyone else while your own strength feels empty. I have not come to demand more effort from you. I have come to pour my strength into your emptiness. Open your heart to the gentle corrections I bring. There are patterns in you, habits of self-doubt, cycles of fear, that I long to transform, not by shaming you, but by lifting your vision of who you really are. When you walk in the light of my love, shame and condemnation lose their grip. Release the lies you have believed about your worth and about who I am. I am not holding your failures over you. I am always at work, untangling every wound, every lie, every chain that has held you down. When you feel stuck, dirty, or unworthy, remember that my mercy is always moving, always renewing, always restoring what feels broken beyond repair. Pause with me now. Notice the rise and fall of your breathing. With every inhale, imagine my presence filling the empty spaces. With every exhale, let go of what you were never meant to carry. Right here, gently close your eyes if you can, place a hand on your heart, and actually breathe with me. Don't just hear these words, respond to them with your body. There is nowhere you have gone that is beyond my reach. Even the paths that now feel dark and hopeless can become holy ground when you invite me into them. I am not asking you for perfection. I am asking for permission to walk with you, to speak to you, to fill your emptiness with meaning. If you are doubting whether real change is possible for you, hear me clearly. Nothing is impossible for me. I take places filled with shadows and bring light you never expected. Let your defenses soften as I lead you deeper. In the dry, wilderness seasons of your life, when disappointment crowded your heart and hope felt foolish, I was quietly planting seeds of resilience inside you. You are not defined by what you've lost or where you failed. With every sorrow, I have gathered your tears and held them like prayers too deep for words. The world may minimize or ignore your pain, but I carry it with great care, turning wounds into wisdom and ashes into beauty. Even when you cannot see any path forward, I am guiding you with a steady hand, turning what looks like an ending into a new beginning. Breathe in the certainty that I am with you. The storms have come, and there were moments when you doubted you could survive. Yet here you are. You have not been abandoned. I have been sustaining you all along. Every scar on your heart is a quiet story of my faithfulness, a reminder of how I have guarded you again and again. If you are tired, allow yourself to be held. Rest is not weakness, it is trust. I am not impatient with your process. I understand that healing often happens slowly, layer by layer, as you begin to feel safe enough to hope again. My voice calls you forward, not with harsh demands, but with a gentle assurance that I am enough for everything you are facing. I am inviting you deeper into my love. There are treasures inside you that you have not yet discovered. The plans I have for you reach further than your current ideas of success or security. I am not only shaping your circumstances, I am shaping your inner life. I am forming in you a new heart, braver in love, freer to risk, more open to receive what I long to give. In this moment, choose one burden, one fear, or one regret, and silently hand it to me. Say it in your heart, or even whisper it, so that you are not just listening, but actively opening your hands. Let your dreams wake up again. The desires I planted in you are not there to torment you, but to lead you toward fullness of life. Trust the small nudges you feel, the quiet whispers that come in still moments. I am guiding you toward what is good, real, and lasting. There are parts of your story you do not understand yet, but nothing is wasted in my hands. Even your broken chapters carry purpose when I hold them. Do not rush to fix everything that feels unfinished. I see the masterpiece forming, even when you see only scattered pieces. My timing is perfect, and my wisdom reaches far beyond yours. Resist the urge to compare your journey to anyone else. Your path is uniquely designed, shaped exactly for your growth, your strengths, and even your weaknesses. Stay close to me, and I will show you wonders you never thought you could hold. Remember, nothing can separate you from my love. Not your failures, not your fears, not yesterday's mistakes, not tomorrow's uncertainty. I am constant. When you feel lost, remember I have already found you. My arms are always open. Keep listening, child. Each word I speak is like a seed of new life, able to bring beauty out of the most unlikely places. As you walk with me, trust that your story is safe in my hands. You are searching, and I see the longing inside you. There has never been a moment when I missed your ache for something more, whether you whispered it in prayer or carried it silently in your heart. Even now, as you listen, I am closer than your own breath, gently drawing you into a place where all your restlessness finds meaning. I placed eternity in your heart, a longing not meant to torment you, but to invite you. The ache you sometimes feel is not proof that you are empty. It is a soft voice calling you home to me, to relationship, to the true source of life. As you move through your days full of tasks, dreams, distractions, and disappointments, know this: I have never lost sight of you. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. My love is not a distant idea or just a theory to be studied. It is a real, living love, present and active, as real as your own heartbeat and as constant as the dawn. But you live in a world that often confuses your vision. You are encouraged to chase things that can never truly satisfy: approval, success, possessions, momentary escapes. The world shouts, my voice is a gentle whisper. I will not force myself on you, but I will never stop inviting you. In every situation, when joy lifts you or when sorrow presses down, I offer myself, not only as a fix for your problems, but as your source, your shelter, your life. I know the questions under your questions. Am I really seen? Am I truly heard? Do I matter? The answers the world gives are unstable and changing, but mine never change. I formed every detail of your being. I have cherished your existence from the beginning, and I hold you in a love that cannot be shaken. Yes, there have been times you doubted and wandered. You may even be struggling right now. But take heart. You are not lost, and your faith is not too small for me. If you will simply pause, even for a moment, and acknowledge my presence, you will find that I have been waiting for you, not with condemnation, but with open arms and deep understanding. You may feel weighed down by burdens you cannot name, hurts you have carried for years, pressures from your past, expectations from others. None of this is hidden from me. I do not turn my face away from your broken places. With a touch more gentle than the morning breeze, I tend to your bruised heart. Where others have overlooked or misunderstood you, I still see every layer clearly, and my compassion runs deeper than every wound. My desire is not that you perform to earn my approval, but that you simply come and be with me. In my presence, your striving can finally stop. There is no achievement, no image, no pretense that can earn you more of my love. My affection for you is steady and unchanging. Even when you feel most unlovable, you remain infinitely precious to me. I draw near not to accuse, but to heal. Those painful, fearful places you've tried to hide, let me gently bring my light there. I do not enter your darkness to shame you, but to heal what you never thought could be touched. My forgiveness is vast, and my mercy has always known every moment of your story. If you carry heavy regrets that haunt your quiet moments, know that nothing is too heavy or too broken for my grace. You may have heard about my forgiveness as an idea, but I invite you to experience it. Let go of shame that was never meant to stay on your shoulders. I can redeem every chapter of your life, even the ones you wish did not exist. Right now, let your worries rest for a little while. Loosen your grip on the things that constantly demand your focus. Trust that as you open your heart, I am already working on your behalf. You do not need extraordinary faith to receive from me. My gifts are not reserved for those who feel strong and fearless. They flow freely to those who simply receive. I understand when trust feels hard and when your hope has been faded by disappointments. Remember, faith is not always loud or confident. Sometimes it is just the quiet choice to turn toward me, even with shaking hands. I know the storms that rage in your mind and in your life. Nothing about you is hidden, and nothing you struggle with disqualifies you from my love. I am the one who walks on the waters and calms chaos with a word. When you feel overwhelmed, let me steady you. I never promised that life would be easy, but I promise to be your solid foundation in every season. Where others see only weakness, I see space for my grace to shine brighter. Where you feel out of strength, I become your courage. You are not defined by your worst days, your lowest moments, or your deepest fears. You are defined by the one who made you, knows you, and calls you beloved. Even when you feel abandoned, I have never let you go. When others pulled away, I drew closer. My commitment to you does not waver. Where people set conditions, I make unbreakable promises. Your name is written on my heart. Let the pressure of trying to be perfect lift off you. I am not calling you to perfection. I am calling you to be present. Come as you are, uncertain, hopeful, messy, beautiful. My table is not set for the flawless, but for the willing. I treasure every small step you take toward me, no matter how shaky it feels. I am the one who carries you through the journey. Your failures do not shock me. Your questions do not offend me. Your confusion does not push me away. I am not after a performance. I am after your heart. As you make room for me inside, you will slowly see that I have already been preparing the way for renewal. You were created for relationship, not empty ritual. Many seek me through habits alone, but I long for your honest heart and real company. Any distance you feel between us is not because I have left you, but because of scars and doubts I am eager to gently heal. Even if you struggle to believe all this, bring your disbelief to me. I am more interested in your coming than in your certainty. My invitation is for everyone, and that includes you right now, exactly as you are. Let my love reach into the hidden parts of your heart, the places you're afraid to show anyone. For every question, I respond with compassion. For every wound, I bring healing. For every fear, I offer my peace. Settle into the truth that you are wanted, not for what you produce, but for who you are to me. Even as I invite you higher, I do not push you with pressure. I lead you with loving encouragement. You were never meant to carry life's weight by yourself. I am your companion in sorrow and your joy in celebration. In each season, in each moment, I walk beside you, comforting you, guiding you, and celebrating every small victory. This is my promise. You are never abandoned, never invisible to me. I see every fear, every worry, every quiet question that rises when your daily routines finally fall silent. You may feel unsure about tomorrow or about your next step, but I am with you, even in thoughts you hide from yourself. Nothing is hidden from my understanding, and still, my love for you does not move. Your future is not controlled by the weight of your past or the shadows of your confusion. Each day, I shape new opportunities for restoration and growth. Where you see ruins, I see fertile ground for new beginnings. Even when you feel like your light is about to go out, I am close enough to shelter your flame from the wind. Let your heart loosen its grip on what it has tried to carry alone. I am not asking you to build your own protection with shaking hands. Look up and see. I am the refuge you have longed for. Through the storms and the calm, in the noise and in the silence, I am near enough to catch every tear you cry. I invite you to set down your constant striving, to pause your frantic search for control, and let me hold what you cannot. You are not failing simply because you feel weak. Your need for me is not a flaw. It is the doorway into deeper love, deeper trust, and deeper transformation. Every time you call out, even in a whisper, I am closer than your next breath, ready to lift what is too heavy for you. Many have promised you peace and belonging, but their promises fade. The peace I give you is not fragile or temporary. It is rest for your soul that remains, even when circumstances stay the same. What I promise is not limited by the seasons of your life. It is rooted in who I am, faithful, unchanging, able to bring beauty out of ashes. When you are tempted to measure your worth by success or failure, remember that I see far beneath all of that. I see your intentions, the courage it takes to keep going, and the quiet ways you love when no one is watching. I am not here to bury you under impossible standards. I am here to teach you the gentle rhythms of grace. Walk closely with me, and you will learn that rest and purpose can exist together. There is room with me for your honesty, your questions, your off days, and your weaknesses. You do not have to dress up your soul to stand in my presence. Bring me your unfiltered reality, your confusion, your hope, your anger, your tears. We will walk forward together. I delight to teach you patience, surrender, and resilience, not as tests to make you prove yourself, but as paths to true freedom. This journey with me is not about reaching flawless perfection. It is about living in real friendship and love with me. As you listen to these words, notice how I draw near to every need within you. I am not annoyed by your pace, and I am not distant when you feel worn down. If you feel like you fall short, lean into my grace. If regrets about the past or fears about the future weigh heavy, let my presence become your strength and clarity. Each new day is another chance for us to walk forward together, leaving behind shame, comparison, and fear. Let yourself become more open to my daily whispers. Small reminders that you are loved, not because of what you do, but because you belong to me. Decide now on one small moment in your day, perhaps when you wake, eat, or lie down, where you will pause, breathe, and simply say, I'm here, and I know you are with me. Turn that moment into our regular meeting place. There are times you wonder if your dreams are too broken, too delayed, or too small to matter. Trust me with your softness, your bruised hopes, your doubting places. Refuse the lie that you are forgotten or too ordinary to matter in my story. Every longing, every hope, every hidden act of kindness is woven into something far more meaningful than you can see right now. Though people may overlook these things, I notice and rejoice in each quiet act of love. It is easy to be distracted by voices telling you to earn your worth or prove yourself. Let my voice be the one that grounds you. My affirmation is not a faint echo. It is a steady song over your life. Do not be afraid of falling short of others' expectations or your own. I know every twist and turn of your journey, and nothing disqualifies you from my love. Let my words quiet the accusations in your mind. Where you see a mess, I see a masterpiece in progress. Where you see limitation, I see potential waiting to awaken. Let my comfort sink into the tired places of your heart. Receive the kindness of my care, especially in the moments when you feel drained or disappointed. I do not turn away from your brokenness. I move closer to restore and renew. There is no darkness I cannot outshine, no despair I cannot touch with hope. As you bring everything you are to me, the doubts, the hopes, the needs, I will meet you with a love that never wears out, a patience that does not run dry, and a purpose that cannot be stolen from you. When you walk through seasons where answers come slowly, remember, I am working in ways you cannot yet see. Delay is not rejection. A closed door can be an act of protection or gentle redirection. In your waiting, I am building strength and deeper trust. I invite you to walk at my pace, resting in the truth that timing is in my hands. Let your heart be quieted by knowing I am never too early, never too late, always on time. Where anxiety tries to grow, let my peace settle gently over you, softening the hard places and preparing you for new life. I know you sometimes struggle to believe that change is still possible, that your life can bear fruit after long seasons of dryness. Hear me, nothing is too hard for me. Dry soil, buried dreams, deep wounds, none are beyond my touch. I am the gardener of your soul. I see what others cannot, and I am deeply invested in your flourishing. Do not give up hope. Every season has a purpose, even the ones that feel like winter. As you open your heart to me, keep your expectation alive. There is always more to discover in my presence, always new mercy prepared for you each day. This journey is not about proving yourself worthy. It is about letting yourself be deeply loved. It is my joy to surprise you with hope in ordinary moments and to walk with you as you learn to notice the quiet signs of my work in your life. Let this moment be one where hope rises again. Let my presence wash away every feeling that you are unwanted or alone. Know that you are chosen, adopted, and treasured. I am rewriting your story, leading you into a future filled with the light of my promises. As you embrace this truth, your outlook will shift. You will begin to walk not as someone afraid of rejection, but as someone who knows they truly belong. I see every layer of your heart, the parts you share openly and the parts you hide even from yourself. I know the deep craving you carry for belonging, purpose, and real connection, one that nothing in this world has fully satisfied. Many times you have searched for affirmation and acceptance, hoping that someone or something would finally tell you that you are enough. Yet the ache remains because you were designed to be filled by something eternal. My love. In your searching, you may have wandered or felt ignored, as if your efforts and hopes vanished into silence. But every whispered prayer, every sigh, every hidden question, I hear them all. You are never beyond my awareness and never out of reach. Where others rush past your pain or misunderstand your heart, I am near, inviting you to know me as your constant friend, the steady presence who calls you beloved. There is more for you than just survival and routine, more than endlessly measuring your worth against shifting standards. I pour out over you a love that began before your first breath, a love not tied to performance or human approval, but anchored in my delight in who you are. The world trains your eyes to see only lack, imperfection, and failure. I see beauty being formed in every hidden place. Just as a gardener watches over the soil long before fruit appears, I watch over your growth with patience. I see what you and others cannot yet see. When discouragement presses in and the future seems blurred, come to me as you are. Bring the knot of doubts and hopes. I do not expect a polished version of you. I ask only for your willingness to trust that I am still working. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I am shaping you. Deep within you is a reservoir of courage I have placed there, waiting to be awakened. When fear tells you that you are not enough or that you are alone, rest in my faithfulness. I will carry you through every valley and shadow. The world may insist that you strive without rest to be acceptable or valuable. I offer a different way, a home for your soul where you are cherished apart from status or achievement. In the quiet, I whisper who you truly are, chosen, forgiven, called by name, held securely in my hands. Let my words rewrite the old stories you have believed about yourself. You are not defined by the world's judgments, by your past, or by your limitations. I am rewriting your days with new hope, uncovering potential that fear tried to bury. I see the future you struggle to believe in, and I am not discouraged by the pace or messiness of your journey. Every moment of trust, every small act of faith is precious to me. When shame tries to silence you and memories weigh you down, my kindness is stronger. Where you hesitate, I am patient. Where you doubt, I remain steady. Your wounds are not walls that keep me away. They are doorways through which my grace can flow more deeply. Sometimes your life feels small, your impact unseen, your daily routine heavy. But to me, your faithfulness in the quiet places shines brightly. The greatest treasures often grow in hidden soil, away from the spotlight. Your smallest acts of love, your patient endurance, your decision to hope again on hard days, none of it escapes my attention. I am weaving all of it together, using even the ordinary and the tiring to shape you and bless others. Let go of measuring your life by the world's standards of greatness. My ways are different. I turn small seeds into sheltering trees and unnoticed acts into miracles of provision. I waste nothing, not your tears, not your battles, not the unfinished parts of your story. I gather every moment, every lesson, every longing, and redeem them in time. Sometimes I answer quickly with comfort. Other times, I shape your heart through delay, silence, or a different path than you expected. Even in the waiting, you are being prepared. Let patience grow in you, not as punishment, but as a quiet strength that deepens your dependence on me. Bring your disappointments honestly to me. I do not ask you to hide your grief. When you lament, you reveal how deeply you hoped. I step into your loss and longing with you, giving my presence before explanations, comfort before answers. My love is not threatened by your questions or pain. It comes closer, shining brightest in your darkest places. When you weep, I draw near. When you wonder if anything will ever change, remember that resurrection is what I do. I bring life where there was only loss. You may doubt whether your efforts to love, to forgive, to hope again actually matter. I tell you they do. Nothing done in my name is wasted. Small, hidden seeds of kindness and faith, even when they seem ignored, are watered by my Spirit and will bear fruit beyond what you can imagine. You are part of a story bigger than your lifetime, a tapestry that stretches across generations. Release the pressure to control everything or understand it all. I do not ask you to carry more than today's portion. As you walk step by step in trust, my grace will meet you fresh each morning. When you feel empty, draw in my peace. Let your soul rest in my presence. Your weaknesses are not failures in my eyes. They are places where my strength can show up in new ways. I am not disappointed by your questions or your struggle with doubt. Even fragile, uneven faith is precious to me. Let your doubts become openings for honest conversation. Bring them toward me, not away. What you call weakness may be the beginning of a deeper kind of faith, a doorway into new trust. I am not frustrated when you wrestle, nor surprised by your battles. I created you for relationship, not perfection. My love is not weakened by your questions, it often deepens through them. Let yourself be held by me, even when you do not fully understand how. Picture your burdens slowly lifting, your fears softening, your heart breathing more freely. I care more about your real connection with me than any appearance of strong, unshakable faith. As you rely on my presence, even your uncertainties become holy ground, places where compassion and hope can grow. Let this truth settle into you. You are safe with me. Nothing in your journey is wasted. Nothing is hidden from my care. There are moments you wonder if your life really matters, if your small steps of faith are of any real value in such a big world. Hear me. Even the lightest footprint you leave in love is remembered by me. Every choice to trust, each small act of kindness or sacrifice plants seeds in places you cannot yet see. What you see as insignificant, I often use as turning points in stories you do not know about yet. Never underestimate the ripple of simple obedience. The world often applauds only what is loud and impressive, but I draw near to the humble and delight in the quiet gifts you offer. I see the heart behind each action, the silent prayers, the generosity you give when you are tired or have little, the patience you show when others are demanding. These are treasures in my sight. When your days feel repetitive or unnoticed and you long for greater purpose, hear me say, your faithfulness in these moments is deeply precious to me. In the simple, honest work and daily tasks, I am shaping a character in you more valuable than gold. Some truths cannot be formed under bright lights, but are gently developed in private spaces where only you and I know the cost. I watch with tender joy as you keep going, even when the ground feels shaky and the rewards seem delayed. In your persistence, I am pouring out gifts, resilience, compassion, and wisdom that will prepare you for greater things. These are the foundations of a meaningful calling, and in these hidden seasons, I am nearer than you realize. You may feel the heavy weight of expectations, your own and those others put on you. You might compare your path to those who seem faster, louder, or more admired. But I do not measure you by their pace or their platform. I do not love you more or less based on your achievements. My gaze is deeper. I celebrate the way you rise after falling, the honesty with which you face your fears, the efforts you make to bring light into a resistant world. The world may count your failures. I count your willingness to try again. I am not seeking perfection. I am seeking your open heart. Real freedom comes when you stop trying to prove your worth or fit into molds that were never meant for you. I designed you with care, weaving together your strengths, your vulnerabilities, your dreams, and your unique way of seeing the world. What you bring to this life is irreplaceable. Your perspective, your sense of humor, even your struggles. They are all part of the beautiful story I am writing through you. Let go of the weight that comes from comparison. Trust that the pace I set for you is right. Stay close to me, and you will bear fruit in every season, even in the ones that look barren. When doubt creeps in and you are tempted to believe you've been forgotten, remember that my timing is not like the world's. A seed planted in darkness still knows how to grow. I am nurturing promises beneath the surface and bringing forth dreams at the right time. Do not despise the waiting. In hiddenness, your faith grows deeper roots and you are being strengthened for what is ahead. Rest in the truth that I have not overlooked any detail of your life, and I have not held back any good thing from you. You do not have to carry your burdens alone. I invite you, Bring every worry, every unspoken pain, every question to me. My arms are ready to hold you, steady you, and restore your soul. There is no shame in admitting that you are tired. In that honesty, you give me room to pour out my strength and mercy. The world may seem to demand endless effort from you, but I offer rest, not as an escape from purpose, but as a way to renew your spirit. Let me teach you the balance between working and resting, between commitment and surrender. Both matter to me. Both reveal my heart for you. In the quiet, listen for my voice. I do not shout over the noise. I speak softly to your heart. My guidance is not far away or impossible to understand. It often comes as comfort, as a push toward peace, or as a reminder of who you really are. My beloved one, cherish not for what you do, but for who you are to me. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. When you feel uncertain, take a moment and remember, you always have access to my wisdom. Ask for awareness, and I will sharpen your inner sense to recognize me. In the stillness before morning, in the space between your thoughts, in the gentle conviction that draws you toward what is good. When you are tempted to hide your pain or put on a mask for others, remember that I already know every part of you. You never have to earn my affection or prove your worth. My commitment to you does not rise and fall with your emotions or circumstances. Vulnerability with me is the doorway to deeper healing. In the light of my presence, shame loosens its grip and old wounds begin to heal. I gather your tears and turn them into stories of redemption. Even what is broken can become beautiful in my hands. As you move forward, notice the simple chances you have to love, the ordinary moments made sacred by kindness. Every small act of love is a reflection of my heart within you. Let your life be a channel through which hope and encouragement flow to others. When you lift someone else up, you are sowing into eternity. My kingdom doesn't grow only through big events, but through steady faith, quiet compassion, and the courage to show up when you feel unsure. Be certain, nothing you go through is wasted. Every season, joyful or painful, full or empty, has purpose in how I am shaping your life. I am with you in the wilderness and in the harvest, in celebration and in tears. My desire is not just to get you through life, but to form you into someone strong and radiant with my love, able to be a light for others on their own journeys. Where you feel hollow, I am ready to fill you. Where you fear failure, I offer endless grace. Hold tightly to this. You are never alone, never an afterthought, never lacking in my affection. If you open your eyes, you will see quiet signs of my love all around you. The kindness of a stranger, the peace of a quiet morning, the comfort that appears right when you need it. These are not random. I am attentive. I am here. I invite you to walk with me, trusting that every moment, whether big or small, carries possibility when placed in my hands. I am drawing you deeper still. As you face each day's demands, I am with you in every ordinary moment, not just in the dramatic ones. Many people only look for me in the highs or in emergencies, and they miss my presence woven into their daily routines. Do not underestimate how I walk beside you when you fold clothes, sit in traffic, send a message, or wash the dishes. It is in these unnoticed tasks and simple gestures that I love to come close and share my companionship. Invite me in on purpose, not as a distant observer, but as your closest friend. Let your heart become aware of me as naturally as breathing. You will discover the quiet joy of ongoing fellowship with me. My spirit rests within you like a gentle ember, ready to grow warmer whenever you turn your attention toward me. You have not been left alone in a dull, meaningless routine. Every step you take is a place where I can reveal my glory through your steady love, your kindness, and your quiet strength. I see what you think no one notices. The sacrifices, the prayers, the invisible effort. They are not wasted. Each one is precious to me, more valuable than gold. If only you could see how your ordinary faithfulness delights my heart. It is often through these humble routines that you are most open to my shaping work in you. In the absence of applause or recognition, your secret acts of love are a sacred offering. Stop measuring significance the way the world does. What seems small to others is great in my sight. The glass of water shared, the gentle word spoken, the burden carried silently for someone else. Every moment, when touched by my presence, bears lasting fruit. Even when no one else sees, I am using these things to build in you a strength that cannot be shaken, deep roots that will hold you in the storms. There will be days when you question your purpose or feel restless and unimportant. Hear me again. Nothing you offer from the heart is wasted in my kingdom. Each day holds a holy invitation to walk with me right where you are, to find me in the present, no matter what it looks like. If distractions pull you away or restlessness pushes you toward empty things, know that my love can calm even your racing heart. When anxiety rises or boredom dulls your spirit, invite me honestly into those spaces. You do not need perfect words, only a genuine turning of your attention toward me. My presence will meet you there, with comfort, renewal, or a gentle push to keep going. Even when you feel too tired to reach out, your longing itself is a prayer I treasure. Remember, you are not a project I'm trying to fix. You are a beloved child I walk with, celebrate, and delight in. Trust my timing, and be patient with yourself. Growth rarely happens in dramatic jumps. It usually unfolds as you keep returning to me day after day. The world may pressure you to hurry, to achieve, to constantly advance. I invite you to remain, to abide, to move at a pace that matches grace. In that place, striving begins to fade, replaced by a resting in my acceptance. You do not earn my approval by your accomplishments. You already have it because I chose you and called you by name. Lean into this freedom. Let it soften the edges of your self-criticism and lighten your burdens. In my eyes, you are irreplaceable, and my delight in you does not depend on your performance. This freedom is not an excuse to drift without purpose, but an open door to creativity, possibility, and partnership with me. I have shaped you with intention and entrusted you with gifts for a reason. I know how fear can hold you back. Fear of failing, of choosing wrong, of disappointing others. Place these fears at my feet. Let me carry what you cannot. Courage does not mean you never feel afraid. Courage is choosing to move forward with me, even when your hands shake. As you offer what you have, your time, your words, your skills, watch how I multiply their impact in ways you could never plan. Your life is a channel of grace through which I pour kindness into a hurting world. Deep inside, you long to be fully known and fully accepted. I place that longing in you as a reflection of my own heart for closeness. Throughout your life, some people will misunderstand you, overlook you, or judge you. But I see every motive, every wound, every hope with perfect clarity. With me, you are completely known and endlessly loved. Let these words sink into your spirit and push away shame and fear of rejection. You can be honest with me. You do not have to hide. When you share your struggles, your joys, or your failures with me, my response is always tenderness. My love has no limit and cannot be exhausted by your confusion or your faults. As my love shapes your heart, you will notice subtle shifts. Old patterns you clung to start to lose their strength, not because you force yourself, but because grace is loosening their hold. Self-criticism, bitterness, and false self-images begin to fade as you spend time with me. I am not demanding perfection. I am inviting surrender. Even now, bring to mind one person you need to forgive, or even your own name, and softly offer that name to me. Let this be your brave step toward freedom as you listen. Every time you release control, forgive a hurt, or lay down a burden, you make room for more joy and more peace. Notice how life becomes lighter when you trust me, even if your circumstances stay the same. I am changing your heart from the inside out. My love for you is not an abstract idea. It is practical and close, as near as your breath. Draw strength from this every day. When you enter a room, remember you carry the atmosphere of my love. Without saying a word, your presence rooted in me can become a calm place for others who are hurting. Through you, I am reaching those around you, bringing healing and awakening new hope. Every act of kindness, every patient response, every small mercy is lifted and made holy by my Spirit. You do not have to force this. Simply stay connected to me, and I will flow through you naturally. When tension or conflict comes, listen for my whisper before responding. I am your source of wisdom and perspective. Pause. Breathe. Let me shape your reaction. It is often in the hardest moments that my grace can move most powerfully, if you are willing to yield. When you choose compassion, even at a cost to yourself, you open up streams of blessing that touch you and everyone around you. In those moments, you reflect my heart and become part of the healing work I am doing in the world. I am not asking you to become someone else to please me. I see value in every part of your personality, your quirks, your strengths, and even your struggles. Your laughter matters to me. Your questions matter. Your tears matter. You do not have to squeeze into a shape that was never meant for you. I wrote your story with purpose. Welcome the ways I shape and refine you, but trust that who you are, while still in process, is already a delight to me. Let your heart relax as I lead you deeper into a kind of love the world cannot imitate. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Many things around you will try to fill the emptiness you feel with noise, distraction, or temporary pleasures. But I designed you for more. You were not made to live only on the surface, always busy but never at peace. You were made to drink deeply from the well of my presence, which never runs dry. There have been moments where you wondered if your failures or struggles pushed me away. Yet my invitation to you remains every day. Even now I am close, patient with your doubts, steady in my desire for you to come without fear or shame. So often you measure yourself by standards made by people, forgetting that I see you as I created you, beloved and filled with potential. Let me calm the restless search inside you, that drive for approval, safety, and peace that the world keeps promising but never truly delivers. I am your peace, not just a brief calm, but a deep anchoring that holds even when storms rage. Bring me the parts of yourself you hide, the secrets you manage alone. Let my light touch them. In my presence, shadows lose their power. My acceptance of you is not based on your performance, but on who I am, unchanging and faithful. I see the fear that whispers, "You are not enough." I see the anxiety that tries to crush your worth and the grief that threatens to hollow you out. I have seen it all, and I carry you through each hidden valley. Many voices tell you to be strong, to push harder, to hold everything together. But I am not looking for a perfect performance. I am looking for your real heart. Vulnerability is not weakness in my eyes. It is the place where closeness grows. It is where you stop pretending and allow me to care for your wounds. I do not pull back from your brokenness. I come closer to heal. Every time you turn to me, even in tears or confusion, I am moved with compassion. I hear every unsure prayer, every trembling yes. I count your tears and keep each one. None are ignored. As you continue forward, know this: you are never walking alone. I am in step with you. When you feel worn down, when joy feels distant and your soul aches for relief, my spirit holds you, lifts you, and gently redirects your mind toward hope when negativity closes in. When you feel crushed by demands or expectations, come rest in my presence. Let me show you a pace for your life that honors the limits I lovingly placed in you. You were never meant to carry everything alone or prove your worth through constant doing. Learn to rest in me. Let me teach you again how to breathe, how to notice beauty, how to celebrate small wins. Allow yourself to be human, imperfect, but deeply loved. You may be haunted by past regrets, afraid that they have set your life on a path that cannot be changed. But I am the one who redeems wasted years and weaves hope out of tangled stories. No mistake, no detour is beyond my reach. Do not hate your journey or yourself for the places you stumbled. Let them become reminders of my mercy and of the new beginnings I offer. I make all things new, even the parts of your life you have written off as useless or ruined. If you allow me into those places, I will plant seeds of renewal there. In time, you will see new growth where there was only barrenness. You may wonder if my promises still apply to you, or if they are only for others who seem more faithful. But my faithfulness does not depend on your perfect record. It rests on my unchanging love for my own. Your doubts do not scare me. Your weak seasons do not turn me away. In fact, I am closest to you when you are honest about your limits. When you admit that you are tired and that you need help, you make space for me to be your strength. My grace is not just a covering for mistakes. It is a living power that changes you and enables you to grow beyond what you thought possible. Take a moment, even now, to become still. Let my words travel deeper than the defenses you've built to protect yourself from disappointment. Feel my steady hand resting over your heart. I am not rushing you. I am not demanding that you have all the answers. I am more patient with you than you are with yourself. My plans are not ruined by your uncertainty or your delays. I will complete the work I have begun in you, gently, faithfully, one day at a time. Even when your faith feels weak, I remain unshaken. Let me trade your strain for rest, your heaviness for lightness, your confusion for clarity. Open yourself to the idea that I am doing something new, even now, right where you are. Much of my work begins quietly, underneath the surface of your life, where others cannot see. Trust that small beginnings are not small in my hands. A tender heart turning toward me is precious. A single act of courage is celebrated in heaven. Whatever matters to you matters to me. Do not dismiss the things that weigh on your heart or the dreams you hold close. Entrust them to me. Do not underestimate what simple obedience and sincere love can accomplish. Through them, I move mountains. You were never designed to walk alone. In my wisdom, I place people around you, not to take my place, but to reflect aspects of my heart. Where you feel lonely or misunderstood, bring that longing for connection to me. Let me show you the value you carry, the gifts within you, and how others can be blessed simply by your presence. I know there are times you feel invisible, that your efforts go unseen and your words unheard. Yet none of this is hidden from me. I see you, your kindness in private, your sacrifices, your steady love. They are not wasted. Your worth is not measured by applause or visibility, but by my relentless love for you. In a world that honors what is loud and noticeable, I am moved by your quiet faithfulness. Keep going. Even when results seem slow and change feels far away, I am with you, strengthening you, cheering you on, and shaping you into a vessel of peace and love. Every day, you face countless choices. Each moment is a chance to turn your heart toward me or to be pulled away by the noise around you. Gently, I call you back when your attention wanders. Do not be afraid of your tendency to drift. I am the Good Shepherd. I know how to find you and bring you close again. When plans fall apart, when hope feels thin, remember that my presence has not left you. My arms are always open. I never grow tired of welcoming you back. Your struggles do not repel me, they draw me nearer. I love tending to the wounds you are ashamed to show. Trust that my grace is enough for every scar, every accusation, every regret. Darkness may threaten, guilt may whisper, but my light is stronger than your deepest night, and my mercy is rewriting the story you thought was over. As you release your worries to me, look at the lilies of the field. They do not strain, yet they are cared for and beautifully clothed. There is a rhythm in all I have created, rest, trust, and provision woven into the fabric of life. You do not need to constantly fight for what you lack. I know what you need before you ask. When restlessness makes you feel behind, remember that my timing is perfect. I have not forgotten you. I have not ignored your hidden dreams or unheard prayers. Just as seeds push through the soil unseen, my work in you often grows in hidden places. Hope is rising in you, even now, gentle as dawn after a long night. I am teaching you patience, not as a punishment, but as preparation. I am expanding your capacity to receive all I long to give you. Let your heart be calm as you face the unknown. Every season comes with challenges, but each is held by my faithfulness. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. When relationships shift, when familiar paths end and new ones are unclear, anchor yourself in me. I remain the same. I am the friend who stays closer than anyone. Bring your sorrow and confusion, even your anger, to me without fear. My love does not shrink when your emotions are large or your words are raw. I set the foundations of the earth in place, yet I am not far from your cry. Your questions do not scare me. Your doubts do not drive me away. I invite you to wrestle, to reach for me, to ask until you know more of my heart. You are never truly alone. My spirit is nearer than your breath, whispering comfort, wisdom, and reminders of who you really are. Breathe in my peace and let go of the burdens that were never meant to be yours. I see when you feel unseen, when your kindness is overlooked and your sacrifices go unthanked. Nothing escapes my notice. Your hidden faithfulness is precious to me. I rejoice in what is done in secret, and I reward those who seek me sincerely. There are parts of your heart you have guarded for years, locked rooms, old memories kept in the dark. I see them all, and I do not turn away. My healing touch is gentle. I will never force open doors you are not ready to unlock. But when you surrender even a little, my love begins to flow into those places, bringing color, life, and restoration. Do not rush this process. Healing and growth are not signs that you failed. They are signs that you are brave enough to face pain with me. Every step toward me is a victory, and I am patient with your pace. I do not compare you to others or measure you against impossible goals. My delight is in your honest longing for me, not in your flawless performance. Life's pressures may tempt you to shut down your heart, to become numb, to keep yourself from being hurt again. Yet I call you to live with an open, courageous heart, trusting me to be its protector. Yes, vulnerability is risky, but it is in that openness that you will experience the richness of my presence and the fullness of my joy. When you pour out your worries and hopes to me, you make room for my peace, a peace that reaches beyond your understanding. I long to share your burdens, not to watch from a distance, but to lift what you cannot carry, so you can walk lighter and freer. Remember how precious you are to me. You were not created simply to survive, but to flourish and bear lasting fruit. The gifts and desires I placed within you are not accidents. They reflect parts of my own heart. Do not belittle what I have given you, and do not waste time comparing your path to others. There is a unique brilliance in who you are, a light meant to comfort, to guide, and to reveal my beauty. As you step out in faith, even when you are afraid, I rejoice. I am with you in every risk, every new beginning, every attempt to love and serve beyond your comfort. When the world feels cold or indifferent, remember I am your true source of worth and affirmation. The voices that call you a failure or not enough have no final say when you root your identity in my love. Let me define your value not by what you achieve or who notices you, but by the unchanging reality that you belong to me. Lift your head, not in pride, but in confidence that you are cherished. From that secure place, you become able to show grace to yourself and to others. You move through this world as a carrier of my compassion. Everything you bring to me, I receive with joy, even the smallest act of faith, the faintest prayer, the softest yes in the face of fear. I honor your sincerity, your attempts to trust, your willingness to move forward when the way is unclear. Often, the growth inside you is quiet and slow, but I see it all. Every day you are being renewed. Every moment, my love is at work forming you into the person I envisioned when I created you. Let hope rise and overflow. This is not naive optimism. This is hope anchored in me, the one who holds your future. Let go of the need to have every answer. Rest instead in knowing the one who does. I am your constant, your source, your guide. I am faithful to complete what I begin. Even when shadows feel heavy and questions swirl, I have not stepped away. Let your doubts come into the light with me. I see them already, and I do not look at you with frustration, but with the loving eyes of a father who welcomes every troubled thought. You do not have to carry your worries alone or hide your fears behind silence. I did not create you to be trapped by pretending you are okay when you are breaking inside. Bring me the tangled worries, the unresolved conflicts, the tired whisper of "this is too much." I do not turn from your exhaustion or your smallest cry. No one is beyond my tenderness. No situation is beyond my reach. When you look back and see disappointment and missed opportunities, when you start to believe your brightest days are behind you, remember, I am the one who makes all things new. I am not limited by your limits or haunted by your regrets. The same hands that formed mountains and hold galaxies are gentle enough to restore the smallest cracks in your heart. I do not judge you only by your highs or brand you by your lows. I see you as you are and as you can become. I plant hope where despair has settled deep. I call streams of joy to flow in places that seem dry and lifeless. When you think it's over, that nothing good can come from what has happened, that is often where my grace shines brightest, turning endings into turning points, weaving beauty into the torn places of your story. As you surrender your fears and regrets to me, understand, this is not a transaction where you give and I pay back. This is transformation. I am not waiting for you to earn my help. My delight in you does not change with your success or failure. You are precious because you are mine, deeply known and fully loved. My grace does more than just cover over your brokenness. It lifts you, empowers you, and gives you strength to love again and try again. Let go of striving. The peace I offer is not shaken by circumstances or by your ability to control them. You have tried to protect yourself with sheer willpower and to solve everything with your own understanding, but both have limits. Let me be your shelter. I am both gentle and mighty, soft enough to hold your tears, strong enough to fight for you. Where you have felt alone or unsupported, know this: I am always present, attentive to even your quietest sighs. Every desire that rises from your heart finds a listening ear in me. Growth in your life often comes wrapped in discomfort and stretching that feels like breaking. But just like a seed must break its shell to rise, you sometimes must leave familiar ground so your faith roots can grow deep and real. Do not be afraid of times of change and shaking. I am with you in each transition, the unspoken guide when you cannot see the next step. Trusting me does not mean you see the whole road. It means you take my hand and let me steady your trembling heart. When confusion feels heavier than your understanding, lean into the truth that my wisdom is far beyond yours. I allow you to face challenges not to hurt you, but to strengthen you, to remind you where your help comes from, and to show you how joy grows through surrender and hope that rises after each fall. Your story is not over. There are still unwritten chapters and blank pages waiting for your faith to leave its mark. I have dreams for you, personal, deep, born from pure love. Do not compare your speed or path to someone else's. I do not rank my children. Each journey is crafted with care. What I am doing in you may look different, may take longer, may move through quiet valleys no one else sees. Trust the wisdom in my timing and the kindness in every delay. You are not forgotten. You are in preparation. The foundation we are building together in these unseen seasons will support more than you can imagine right now. My presence with you is not just an idea, it is real. Even when you feel numb or your hope seems faint, I am constant. My commitment does not weaken. I send comfort in ways you sometimes overlook. The encouraging message, the unexpected beauty in your day, the strength that appears when you thought you would fall apart. My fingerprints are everywhere in your life, inviting you to see with eyes of trust. When life shouts chaos, my whisper reminds you of who you are. Beloved, not forsaken. If you stumble, do not sink into despair. I am not counting your failures. I look for the smallest sign of courage, the choice to stand up again, the tiny seed of faith pressing through confusion. Every attempt to keep going, even with shaky steps, honors me and draws you closer to who you are meant to be. Lift your eyes from the ashes. I specialize in resurrection. I tend to the things you bury, turning even your losses into seeds of future promise. My breath is in you, filling you with potential for creativity, resilience, kindness, and transformation you have not yet seen. Walk with me in the days ahead. Live expecting to meet me, ready to notice my presence. Ask me for eyes that recognize grace, ears that hear encouragement, hands eager to serve, and a heart willing to hope. Each day is a fresh canvas. I give you new mercies every morning, not leftovers. Do not miss the present moment by living only in regret over yesterday or fear of tomorrow. I am with you here and now, shaping what will be as you respond to my drawing. Together, we will walk paths filled with meaning, gather memories worth keeping, and build a legacy marked by love. You are held, you are pursued, you are surrounded by my unfailing love. Nothing, not fear, not failure, not questions, not wounds, can lessen the depth of my affection for you. In the quiet corners of your life where no one else sees, I am there. I promise to carry you, to renew you, and to finish the good work I began in you. Lay your burdens at my feet. Receive the peace I offer, not a shallow calm, but a deep rest only I can give. Let it soak into every anxious place, into parts of you that have been starved of rest for a long time. Trust my heart toward you. As you trust, your steps will grow lighter, your spirit steadier, your hope awake again. The journey continues, and I am walking with you now, always and forever. Your heart has come a long way as you have stayed with these words. I have been with you in each moment, drawing you into a stillness where my voice is clearer and my presence feels closer. There is no part of you hidden from me. I see every quiet thought, every gentle longing. Do not be afraid of my gaze. It is not harsh, it is filled with delight, the way a loving parent looks at their dearly loved child. Before you ever took a breath, I dreamed of you with a tenderness beyond what you can imagine. My desire has always been to walk with you, to show you the treasures hidden in places you thought were lost, to repair what life has broken, and to awaken in you a song only you can sing. You have felt the sting of absence and the cold of disappointment. Yet even these I use to shape your heart into a place that can hold my presence more deeply. You may be tempted to look back and see only what you've lost, or to value yourself only by what you have achieved or failed to achieve. But hear this. You are beloved not because of what you have done, but because of who I am. I have chosen to give myself to you fully, without holding back. My faithfulness is your anchor. My promises are not empty phrases. They are the solid framework upon which you can build a life able to withstand every storm. When I call you to lay down what weighs you down, trust that I am making space to place something better, something lasting, into your hands. Your purpose is not measured by others' standards, but by the mark of my Spirit on your life. Every act of mercy, every moment of trust, every time you chose love when bitterness felt easier, these are the seeds that will bear fruit forever. Let your heart dare to hope again. Despair may have convinced you that hoping is dangerous, that it is safer to expect nothing than to be disappointed. But hope in me is not empty. It cannot disappoint, because I myself am your hope. Each new day comes with fresh mercy, enough for what you face today, enough to hold you until tomorrow. Rest in this truth: you are never alone, not even for a heartbeat. My hand is on you, guiding and steadying you. Even when your path feels dark and uncertain, I am not put off by your weakness. I take joy in showing my strength there, so that you can know how truly safe you are with me. Do not believe the lie that your journey has gone unseen or that your prayers have fallen unheard. Every whispered request, every wordless cry, I have gathered and kept. I am patient, working in ways you cannot yet see, building a bigger story for you and those you love. My silence is not absence. It is an invitation to lean in and trust my heart when you cannot see my hand. Remember, I am always for you, never against you. I am working all things for your good, even the broken pieces, the bitter disappointments, and your deepest regrets. Nothing is wasted. Every thread is being woven into something beautiful. I invite you now into a deeper surrender. Trust me with the places inside you that are still walled off, the disappointments, the memories you labeled too much, too painful, too late. There is no part of your story I cannot redeem. I long to breathe new life into what you believed was gone forever. I want to speak hope right where you expect it least. Receive my invitation to forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is not forgetting, it is unlocking doors to freedom. Let me lift burdens you have carried for far too long. You do not have to hold them by yourself. I am with you in the valley, and I am your joy on the mountaintop. Choose to believe that I am as good as I say I am, and watch what I will do. You are never a burden to me. You are my joy. The world may tell you to hide your flaws and work endlessly to earn worth, but my love covers you freely and completely. Let shame fall from you like an old torn cloak. Step into the light of my acceptance. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I celebrate the wonder of who you are. I formed your heart and mind with pleasure and purpose. Even the parts you see as weaknesses can become windows through which my grace shines most brightly. When you stumble, I am quick to steady you. When you weep, I honor every tear. My promise is not that you will never struggle, but that you will never struggle alone, that my strength will meet you in your need. If your heart agrees, even a little, say yes to me now, in a whisper, in your thoughts, or by simply opening your hands where you are, as your first step into walking closely with me from this moment forward. Let your life become a response of gratitude and love, not because you are afraid, but because you know you are cherished beyond measure. Invite me into everything, your joy and your pain, your questions and your dreams. I am deeply committed to your growth, your healing, and your becoming. I will complete what I started in you. Right now, if these words are touching something deep in you, pause for a moment, place your hand over your heart, and whisper, I receive this love, letting your whole being become a yes to my presence. Trust my timing, trust my process. Trust that inside delays and detours is a hidden grace preparing you for all that is coming. I am giving you beauty instead of ashes, joy instead of mourning, praise instead of heaviness. You have been searching for something deeper, a connection that goes beyond words and shallow comforts. You are here now, not by accident, but because of a quiet longing in your spirit for truth, for clarity in the middle of all the noise. You sense it already. This is a set-apart moment, a gentle invitation where I meet you personally, not through distant ideas, but through a living conversation meant just for you. Even if your doubts flicker, you can feel me drawing near with something your heart needs, something that speaks to your hopes and to your wounds, your regrets, and your hidden dreams. This is not just another message among many. Here I am with you, not far away, but as close as your next breath, speaking into the secret places of your heart that you haven't shared with anyone. And I am not finished. I will walk with you from here, step by step, all the days of your life. What I am about to share with you is not just another nice thought or light encouragement. It is a message meant to touch the way you see yourself, your life, and what lies ahead. There is a reason you stayed and did not scroll away. Deep inside, you sense that if you keep listening, something closed off in you might begin to open. Something heavy inside you might finally ease. There are choices in front of you that will shape who you become, paths that may look normal on the outside but carry deep meaning on the inside. If you move past this moment without really receiving what I am saying, you may skip what your heart has been searching for: acceptance, direction, and the quiet comfort of knowing you are not invisible, not forgotten in the crowd, but seen, known, and chosen on purpose. By staying here, you are already saying yes to something in your spirit. You are coming closer to my heart, and I promise as you listen, I will help you see yourself the way I see you, the one I created with love, on purpose, and for a reason. If you feel that quiet yes rising inside you, take this moment. Don't rush past it. Close your eyes for a brief second and say, I'm listening, speak to me, and stay with me here. No other voice can reach you in the same way mine can. I formed you before anyone knew your name. I watched your first breath and every breath after. I have seen every tear, every smile, every hidden struggle. I have not missed anything. This time together is different because it is not about you trying to climb your way up to me. It is about what I am already doing for you, in you, and through you, even when you do not notice it. You often wonder how to move what you know in your head into what you truly feel in your heart. You have questions you may not say out loud. How can I trust a love I cannot see? How can I believe that your promises could be for someone like me, with my flaws and failures? In my presence, these questions are not unwelcome. I do not push them away. I hold them gently. Your doubts, your fears, your tired sighs, all of these show me that you are longing for something real, something solid. My child, let your guard down for a moment. Let your heart become curious again. Let it be open to my gentle voice. I am already drawing you closer, not just to give you information, but to bring you transformation. You carry so much on your own. You try to be strong for others. You try to keep peace by pushing your own feelings down. But I see every load on your shoulders. Before you even ask, I am here, ready to help you carry what feels too heavy, with kindness and hope. In this quiet space, you do not need to be perfect or put together. You do not have to fix your feelings before you come. My love is not blocked by your flaws. It moves toward you because of them. I want to shine light in places where shame has settled. I want to give new meaning to the scars you carry. Come as you are, because I came for those who know they need help, not for those pretending they don't. In my eyes, your hunger for more is not a weakness, it is the doorway to blessing. I am not shocked by your struggles. The road you have walked, the choices you wish you could redo, the losses that still ache, none of these put you out of my reach. I am not disappointed that you are weak. I am not distant from your pain. Every hurt in your soul pulls me closer to you. I am a God who feels compassion, who is moved by your need. My strength shows up best right where you feel the weakest. You can let your soul rest in my presence without fear. This rest is different from sleep. It is a deep exhale inside where striving stops, where you can just be. The world may tell you to prove your worth, to hide what feels fragile, to toughen up and keep going. But my heart leans toward honesty and tenderness. I do not reject small beginnings. I do not despise broken expectations. When you feel ignored or unimportant, remember this: no other voice gets to tell you who you really are. If you long for that kind of rest, gently unclench your hands, exhale slowly, and say out loud, or in your heart, I lay this down with you, making this more than a thought and turning it into a real surrender. I have called you my own. You are not just a number or a face in a crowd. You matter to me more than you can measure. This is a moment for you to begin to understand what it means to be completely loved, fully welcomed, never alone. As your thoughts circle around old fears, will I ever be enough? Will I end up alone, forgotten? I reach deeper still. I calm those inner storms. It is not your perfection that pulls me close. It is your willingness to come, even with your mess, your questions, and your confusion. I am not asking for more effort from you, but for surrender. A soft, brave yes. The courage to let me see you exactly as you are and allow my love to rewrite what you think is possible for your life. If you trust me with the parts of you that feel unlovable, I will do in you what you could never do on your own. You are not here by accident. You are here because you are loved with a love that will never let you go and will never leave you the same. The days ahead may not always be clear. There may be uncertainty, but I do not change. My promises do not break. Even when it feels quiet, even when you think nothing is happening, I am working in unseen places. I am opening new paths of hope. I am rebuilding what felt ruined. Do not let fear steal what is meant for you. My voice cuts through every wall, every argument in your mind, and simply says, I am here, right now, fully, faithfully, for you. Will you let me speak to your heart? Will you receive what I long to give? Let the noise around you fade for a moment as you listen. I am speaking words that can wake you up, not just to my love, but to your own precious worth and unique calling. Your story is not over. The next pages do not have to look like the old ones. They can be shaped by my presence and my purpose instead of old patterns and old pain. I do not want to overwhelm you. I want to guide you one step at a time into the fullness of what I placed inside you and the future I am lovingly preparing for you. I invite you to know me, not as a distant, far-off ruler, but as a close and gentle shepherd, one who knows your name, one who delights in being with you. There are hidden places in your life where disappointment has stayed too long, places where prayers felt unanswered and hope felt thin. I know every one of those corners. I understand the tension you feel between faith and frustration, between hope and heartbreak. I do not brush away your desire for more. I do not make light of your grief or your confusion. Instead, I ask you to bring every question, every ache, every why to me. I am strong enough to carry it all, even when you have no words. Your sighs are like prayers to me. In your quiet, lonely moments when no one else knows what you're facing, I am closest. My touch is gentle. My timing is intentional. My promises are steady. Listen as I help you speak differently about your life, not with words of defeat or hopelessness, but words of promise, purpose, and renewal. Where you have said, "This is dead," I say, "It is not over." Where you have called yourself left behind or unworthy, I call you beloved. My voice rewrites your story. I see what you cannot yet see, strength rising from the ashes, beauty taking root where pain once ruled, hope that keeps holding on when everything else says, "Give up." You may have learned to hide your needs, to smile so others think you are fine, to protect your heart from more hurt. But I already know every desire in you. I created you not just to get by, not just to survive, but to live in close, life-giving relationship with me that refreshes every part of who you are. Your mind, your emotions, your dreams, and even your doubts are seen and treasured by me. I do not pull away when you struggle. I do not shut down when you ask hard questions. I draw closer. I move toward the empty spaces in you and fill them with my own life. Let your guard come down, my beloved. Let hope rise again. Not because everything around you has suddenly changed, but because I am with you in both the stillness and the storm. I am your steady place, your safe anchor, your shelter. I brought you to this moment to give you assurance that you are not alone. Not now, not ever. If hope is beginning to stir again, agree with me right now. Whisper, "I am not alone, I am loved," and let that simple declaration mark a new step forward. In the days ahead, you will see signs of my faithfulness, small reminders that I have not forgotten you, that I have not grown tired of loving you. There is no shame in your delay, no disgrace in your questions. I meet you exactly where you are most honest. Draw closer. There is more I want to show you, more of my heart for you, more of the beauty in your story, more of the path that opens when you choose to trust my voice above all the others. As you listen, receive more than ideas or comforting phrases. Receive my living, active love. Let it reshape you from the inside out. Let this be a sacred journey, a holy appointment written long before today, set aside for this season of your life. You have come searching for answers, reaching for light in the middle of confusion. I am here, right where you are. The longing you feel, your ache for peace, for a place to belong, for something deeper than this world offers, that pull inside you is not random. I placed eternity in your heart. That quiet desire is my spirit drawing you closer. You may carry burdens that nobody else knows about, thoughts that loop in your mind, wounds that hurt in silence. Nothing is hidden from me. Every secret sadness, every burst of joy, every hope you're afraid to speak out loud, I see it all. I listen. I never grow tired of your story. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Let your guard down now. You do not need to perform to get my attention. You already have it. I made you, and you will always be my beloved child. I want you to know that what you fear most, being abandoned, unseen, unloved, cannot survive where my presence is welcomed. You are seen all the way through. Nothing about you shocks me. Nothing makes me turn away. Before you ever spoke, before any mistake or success, I knew you fully. If trusting people has been hard for you, if opening up feels scary, know this. I do not flinch at your mess. I do not back away when you are unsure. My love is strong. It does not break when your doubts rise. I am ready to carry all of you, not just the parts that look neat on the outside. You do not have to impress me or recite perfect prayers. Just come as honestly as you can. I will be your safe place. Picture, for a moment, my arms wrapping around you. In that embrace, shame begins to fall away. The voices saying, "You are not enough, you missed your chance, you are too broken," grow quiet in my presence. I am the one who calls out the good in you, who can bring beauty even from disappointment and failure. I have seen every wrong turn, every dead end, every moment you felt stuck. Still, I have plans to lead you forward. Your worth is not tied to your past, to your status, or to how you compare with others. You are mine. You are deeply precious to me. When the world demands performance, I offer a refuge. Rest is not a prize you earn. It is my gift to you because I care more about your heart than your output. I see the burden you carry and invite you to set it down. Just for this moment, stop trying to solve everything alone. Let me do what only I can do. Let me tend to your hidden wounds, your buried fears, your tired soul. Do not be afraid that you are asking too much of me. I do not run out of strength, patience, or mercy. You cannot wear out my willingness to listen or my power to restore. As you take in this truth, a gentle light begins to shine in your darkness. Not light you have to create, but a light I place inside you, because I am light itself. I do not promise you a life without pain, but I promise that you will never face pain without me. I will not reject you for being weak, scared, or confused. Come to me honestly. Let your tears fall where you know they are safe. I am not disappointed in you for feeling what you feel. I honor those who keep seeking, who do not settle for shallow answers or empty rituals. If you have measured your worth by success or failure, or by how your life compares to others, listen carefully. You are not here by accident. You are not a side note. You are not an extra in someone else's story. Right now, you are the focus of my attention. My plans for you are rooted in love, full of wisdom, shaped by a purpose that will not fail. Situations can shift, dreams can crumble, but my love for you remains. Even in your hardest valley, even in your darkest night, nothing can separate you from my heart. You feel this pulling inside, this sense that you are called higher, deeper, more alive. That is my voice reminding you of your destiny and your freedom. The world is loud with demands, comparisons, and passing ideas of happiness. I invite you to step away from that noise and listen for my still, steady voice. There is a peace I give that does not depend on everything making sense, a calm that stays even when life does not look stable. You cannot slip out of my sight. You cannot undo my desire to bring good into your life. Maybe you wonder if your mistakes changed my plans, if your failures made me step back. My child, nothing surprises me. I repair. I restore. I redeem. I do not throw away what is broken. Even your most painful chapters can become the foundation of something beautiful when you place them in my hands. It is not too late. You are not disqualified. Where shame accuses you, I speak your true identity, loved, chosen, secure. Breathe deeply right now and know that you are safe in me. My invitation is not for you to hide, but to be fully known and still deeply loved. You do not work for my acceptance. You simply receive it. It costs me much, but it is free to you. Let my love do what all your striving never could. Quiet your restless heart, assure you that you belong, and lift the heaviness that has pressed down on you. I am the one who sees you completely and still calls you by name. There will always be reasons to doubt, difficulties to face, questions without clear answers. But if you walk with me, you will find a strength you didn't know you had and a peace that storms cannot touch. I am gentle with the tired. I am close to those who are grieving. I am strong enough to carry you through both joy and sorrow. Every tear you shed I notice. Every midnight cry I hear. I carry you close, whether you feel it or not. I do not demand perfect trust before you come to me. Trust grows as you discover my goodness, step by step, moment by moment. Take the risk of opening your heart, even if it trembles. I will never use your vulnerability against you. My promises do not change with moods or circumstances. I am faithful. I do not forget you. Your story is precious to me, not despite the hard parts, but often because of them. That is where my grace shines the brightest. Let hope rise slowly inside you, like morning after a long night. I am doing something new in you, even if much still feels unsettled. Believe that I am already moving on your behalf. I will meet you in your waiting, just as I meet you in your breakthroughs. I am patient. I am persistent. I will not give up on you, even when you feel like giving up on yourself. You have come to me carrying burdens too heavy for your arms, questions that echo in the late hours, wounds that throb under a brave face. I see past every layer to the fragile hope still alive inside you. And I say to you, you are not alone in this fight. Every moment you seek me is a seed planted in soil I personally tend. Not one tear is wasted. Not one prayer vanishes into the air. Though storms have shaken you and doubt has followed you, you have always been held more securely than you know. My eyes have watched every twist and turn in your journey, celebrating your smallest brave step, forgiving your biggest stumble. When you thought I was silent, my voice was still reaching you through kindness you received, through a sudden insight, through a persistent pull inside that would not let you quit. Every pure desire in your spirit, every longing for what is good and true, has its source in me. I pour purpose into your ordinary days. Even moments that feel wasted or unnoticed are filled with possibilities I see clearly. You wonder if there is more in you, more to your calling, more to your life than what you see right now. That question is not your imagination. You are right to wonder. I made you for more than just getting by, more than just surviving. Yet I also ask you not to despise small beginnings or slow seasons. Growth often starts hidden. Roots sink deep before branches reach out. Patience is not a lack of power. It is my way of making beauty last. It is easy to count yourself out when you compare your life to others, to feel behind or less than. But I never ask you to be a copy of anyone else. I am not a creator of duplicates. I am an artist of endless variety. Your uniqueness is one of the ways my glory is shown. What you call a flaw may be the very place my light shines through you the clearest. The voices that tell you to shrink, to hide, to stay small, do not speak for me. Listen in the quiet. I am teaching you to trust a gentle strength, the kind that grows through honesty, humility, and hope. The dreams you dared to whisper when everything seemed against you, the talents you almost stopped believing you had, I remember them all. My spirit keeps nudging you, inviting you to believe I made no mistake in choosing you. Every weakness you surrender to me, every broken piece you place in my hands, becomes a meeting place between my compassion and your healing. There is no past too complicated, no regret too deep for me to redeem. I do not condemn you for your doubts. I invite you to bring them to me. Real change begins where you honestly let go and let me work. That is where true freedom becomes part of your everyday life. You may not see the way ahead clearly. The next steps may feel foggy. But I lead you gently. I do not rush you past what your heart is ready for. I work not only through big miracles, but also through the quiet strength that helps you get up each morning, through the faithful love you show in small, hidden ways. When you feel like you have failed beyond repair, remember that my mercy runs deeper than your shame. My forgiveness is like a flowing river, washing over every wound, reshaping your past and opening space for a new story. I am not the voice accusing you. I am the voice inviting you. Come closer. Let healing begin from the inside out. Even when you walk through valleys, nothing, no shadow, no fear, no mistake can cut you off from my love. I am weaving your life together with threads of meaning and belonging. There are gifts in you waiting to be awakened, strengths that are just now coming to life. I rejoice in bringing them into fullness. Your circumstances do not get the final say. I do. I am weaving even the disappointments and detours into something good and purposeful. When you do not understand, trust that my view is higher and my timing is perfect. I hold your tomorrow. I am already present at the place where your hope will be fulfilled. Breathe in and let my peace move into the spaces where fear has tried to live. I am not asking you to pretend that everything is fine. I am not asking you to fake a smile. I am here with you in what is real. I offer rest for your soul and courage to face the next step. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. If this peace is what your heart has been craving, let this be your response. Breathe deeply. Linger with these words. Choose to return to them whenever fear gets loud, so that you keep walking in what I am giving you now. When pressure builds and voices demand more performance, pause. Listen for mine instead. I say you are loved, you are chosen, you are safe in my arms. Rest is not laziness. It is the ground where your truest work and purpose can grow. You are safest with me, not because life will never be hard, but because I do not change while everything else does. In your weakness, my power can be seen. In your honesty, I make my home. I am not searching for perfection. I am looking for welcome. As you open your heart to my presence, notice the little gifts along your path. A kind word, a strength you did not expect, a moment of beauty that catches you by surprise. These are reminders that I am with you, active, involved, speaking in many ways. Your story, with all its twists and bruises, is not a wall between us. It is a bridge I am rebuilding. Through it, I bring hope to others as well. Every delay, every waiting season, every hard chapter has led you here, to this moment where I invite you to trust, to begin again, to see yourself the way I see you. Hold your questions and your pain up to me. I receive them with care and reshape them with wisdom and love. When you feel unseen or overwhelmed, remember, I never grow tired of loving you. I know your deepest longings, your joys, your quiet disappointments. I am not only your creator, I am your healer. My comfort flows into every place you dare to open. Let go of the need to impress me or earn your value. It was my joy to choose you before you had done anything at all. Your deepest need is not to fix yourself, but to let me love you in all your unfinished places. My arms are strong enough to carry what you cannot, and my plans for you remain steady. I call you forward, not with pressure, but with hope. I encourage you to live not from fear, but from the security that you belong to me. You are precious, not because of what you do, but because of who I am and how I have claimed you as my own. You may notice that I move in your moments of weakness as much as in your moments of strength. When you are tired and uncertain, I do not walk away or go silent. I come closer, whispering reassurance. When your heart feels fragile, pay attention. I am there. Not just when you feel victorious, but also when doubts cloud your thoughts and shadows sit at the edges of your mind. In those moments, remember, I do not define you by your worst days or by your mistakes. My love does not rise and fall based on how well you perform. You are not on probation with me. My guidance is not a reward you earn, but a steady stream flowing from my heart to yours. Even when you feel lost, every sigh, every tear, every wordless prayer is heard. My comfort is not just an idea. It is as real as sunlight on your skin, as close as the air you breathe. I gather every unspoken pain, every quiet hope, every deep longing. When you come to me as you really are, not hiding behind a mask or pretending to be who you think you should be, you will find I do not reject you. I receive you. My correction does not come to crush you, but to free you from the patterns that are hurting you. I invite you out of hiding into my light, even in the areas that feel the darkest. Here there is no condemnation, only healing, only new beginnings. As I speak into your life, pause and listen, not as a duty, but as a hungry soul ready to be nourished. My words are like living bread, given fresh every day. Do not fear your lack. I am not asking you to create spiritual strength from nothing. I am here to be your strength, your courage, your wisdom, your steady endurance. Every invitation I give you is a chance to experience more life. I know there are voices outside you and inside you that say you must harden your heart, handle everything alone, or that you do not deserve anything good. My voice is different. I speak for your healing, your renewal, your restoration. I do not demand perfect behavior. I am forming in you a gentle rhythm, not constant striving for acceptance, but a growing, restful trust that changes you slowly and deeply. Take a moment now to sense my presence. Even if all you feel is the faintest stirring inside, that is enough. Notice it. Tend to it. Let it grow. There is purpose in your path, even in the parts that feel dry, repetitive, or empty. What you call wilderness may be the very place where your identity is clarified and your strength is built. When you doubt whether your faith is enough, remember, I am not grading you by how impressive you look. Faith, at its simplest, is turning toward me honestly. Do not despise days that feel like small steps. Seeds planted, then do not stay buried forever. Your unseen acts of kindness, your quiet prayers, your choice to forgive even when it hurts, these become roots that grow strong. I see every one of them. I honor them. In time, you will see fruit where now you only see endurance. My timing may not match yours, but my purposes never miss their moment. When people do not understand you or when expectations fall through, remember, I am the one who truly knows your heart and holds your future. When the way ahead is unclear, rest in the truth that I am not a distant observer. I walk with you, step by step. Sometimes I gently steer you away from danger. Sometimes I invite you to trust me beyond what you can see. You are not walking alone. The weight you carry is not too heavy for my hands. If you do not yet know how to put it down, simply ask me to share the load. You are safe with me. I am not here to mock your humanity, but to strengthen your hope. Mistakes do not erase your value. Wounds do not cancel your purpose. I see how you keep getting up. I delight in each attempt you make to rise again because I know what I have placed in you. If you quiet your heart even a little, you may sense me near, not with harsh demands, but with gentle assurance that you are wanted, that you matter, that I am aware of every detail. I am not upset by your honest questions. Questions can be signs of a living heart, one that refuses to settle for shallow answers. You can trust that I receive your mixed feelings, the confusion and the trust, the longing and the praise. Do not let a sense of failure push you away from me. Let it draw you back. Let it remind you that our relationship is not built on your perfection, but on my steady faithfulness. Believe that you are being changed over time through every moment with me, even when you cannot see it yet. There is more ahead, more of who you truly are, more of what I created you for. As you surrender to my work in you, do not be discouraged when change feels slow. I am always at work in places you do not yet understand. Growth is often quiet. You notice it later, when you realize the old fears and habits no longer own you the way they once did. Trust me with what is still unfinished, with dreams that feel fragile, with memories from your past that still echo in the present. I am the one who can redeem time, who can turn what seemed wasted into solid ground for hope. Keep opening yourself to my gentle leading. Release old stories that say you are not enough, not worthy, beyond help. You were made to walk with me in trust, not in fear. Your life matters. Your path matters. And my hands do not grow weary of guiding you. There are days when exhaustion creeps in slowly, and you wonder if you can keep going. I see that. I see how the weight of many things has settled in your heart. I know how old disappointments try to rise again. When you feel this tired, do not see it as proof that I have left you. You are not abandoned. My presence stays even when you cannot feel it. Let yourself rest in me, not as if you're giving up, but as a deep act of trust. When you stop pushing and striving for a moment, I can reach the wounds hidden deep inside, wounds you are afraid to show anyone else. I am not asking you to be constantly strong. I find beauty in your honesty, in your admission that you need me. If you open your heart and speak plainly to me about your confusion, your doubt, even your repeated struggles, you will find that my mercy does not run out. I do not turn away from your brokenness. I come closer, waiting for your invitation to heal and restore. This work is often slow. It grows quietly. Yet with every sigh toward me, every whispered prayer at night, you are being reshaped. Trust that the seeds I planted in you, even the ones buried under discouragement, are not forgotten. My timing is different from yours because I see the whole story, from beginning to end. I water what seems dry. I breathe life into what you called lost. There are parts of your heart where hope feels dangerous, where it has seemed safer to expect nothing, to protect yourself from more pain. I know this instinct to guard yourself. Still, I invite you to lower your walls, even a little, and let my hope seep into those hardened places. I am not asking you to deny what has happened. I am asking you to let me reinterpret it through my faithful love. With me, even painful memories can become places where you see I was with you all along. Your tears can become streams of comfort for others walking through similar valleys. You do not need to have it all figured out before coming close. Come as you are, tired, unsure, full of questions. This is where I do my best work. I hold no grudge against you for past failures or stumbles. I celebrate every small movement of your heart toward me. My joy in you is not based on flawless obedience. It is based on my deep knowledge of who you are and who you are becoming. Many voices will tell you that change must be instant and dramatic. But often, my way is gentle and slow, like a season turning or a tree quietly growing. Give yourself grace to notice small shifts. Softened anger, new patience, a fresh courage to try again. These are not minor to me. They are signs of my spirit working inside you. When you fall short of your own hopes, resist the pull to run from me in shame. Remember, I am the one who covers, who refreshes, who lifts the weary. I come down to meet you, not to scold, but to restore. Let my tenderness quiet the harsh inner voice that accuses you. That accusing voice is not mine. My words always lead you toward hope. Let me invite you into a way of living where you receive more than you strive. The world ties your value to what you produce and achieve. I tie your value to the simple fact that I love you and that you are mine. When you feel tempted to divide your life into spiritual and ordinary, let me show you how every moment can be filled with my presence. At work, at home, in joy, in struggle. There are prayers you have prayed for years with no obvious answer. Dreams pushed back so long they feel almost forgotten. I have counted every prayer. None are ignored. Do not let delayed hope turn into bitterness. Let this waiting become a place of offering, where you give me your timing, your expectations, your need to control. I am writing a story bigger and deeper than you see right now. What looks like loss today may one day be the very thing that anchors you in joy. When comparison steals your peace, come back to me. Look not at other people's paths, but at the unique road I set before you. Your journey is not lesser or greater. It is yours, designed with care. Rest from trying to keep up. I am not frustrated with your pace. When you stumble, pause, or simply stop to breathe, I am not counting your failures. I am present, holding your story as it unfolds. The places where you wish your weakness would vanish, these may be the exact spots where I pour my power most deeply. My grace is not a reward for the strong. It is the breath that keeps the weary alive, the hand that lifts the failing. Invite me into the places you dislike most about yourself. Watch how I reshape them, turning even what you resent into doors for transformation. Keep listening for my voice above the noise. When doubts grow loud, remember the moments I have been faithful, both big and small. Let gratitude ground you in the present. Notice the steady gifts of each day. Even in dry seasons, I send small streams. Even in silence, I am growing hope beneath the surface. Every time you turn toward me, even a little, my heart rejoices. I am already closer to you than you can imagine, ready to show you again how cherished you are in my love. Now I draw you into deeper trust, not a trust built on seeing every detail, but a trust that grows even without full answers. Faith that keeps going without guarantees is rare and precious. I am not distant in your uncertainty. I am forming a security in you that will not collapse when storms come or when answers seem delayed. When you cannot see the next step clearly and you question whether you can keep going, remember that I go ahead of you and stay beside you. I know every hope and fear in your heart. Your decision to keep moving, even when you are afraid, brings me great joy. It shows a love that is learning to stand, a relationship growing deeper than mere routine into real closeness. Let your soul rest in the mystery, finding peace not in knowing everything, but in knowing me. You discover real freedom when you loosen your grip on outcomes and let me carry what you cannot. Your worry cannot add a single day to your life. Your striving cannot create true safety. I can. Come back to me again and again as your steady place. Let me anchor your thoughts when they drift. Let me guide you when you are tempted to wander away. Trust is not a single moment. It is a way of walking with me. And when your trust shakes, do not drown in shame. I cherish every spark of faith in you. Bring your fears, your tears, your shaking heart. I am not unsettled by your humanity. I made you from dust with purpose and care. I know how hard it is to believe you can be fully known and still fully loved. I see the parts you hide, even from yourself. My gaze goes past the mask and meets the real you, the child I made and still delight in. Refuse the lie that you must earn love, perform perfectly, or prove your worth to be mine. You were not created to carry that weight. You exist as the object of my love before you ever did anything. Even your repeated failures, your struggles with old patterns, do not push me away. They stir my compassion as I invite you to release burdens I never asked you to carry. Let your openness be the path where my healing flows. Imagine how your life would look if you deeply believed you are chosen and wanted by me. You would walk with more confidence. You would love with more freedom. You would take more risks, not because you never stumble, but because you know you are held. Each day, my mercies are fresh, not because you drained yesterday's supply, but because I love pouring them out. My forgiveness is not reluctant. It flows from my Father heart that has always longed for closeness with you. When you fall, do not turn away. Turn toward me. Confession is not humiliation. It is the doorway into deeper connection, where your weakness meets my strength and your guilt is replaced with grace. My arms are always open, not because you have done enough, but because my character never changes. When the critic in your mind says you are unworthy, let my voice answer, you are loved. My words are gentle but steady, reminding you that your value is anchored in me, not in your performance. Do not let shame become your constant companion. Let the truth of who you are in me speak louder than every accusation. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not trapped by your past. I can make all things new. Your story, your heart, your future. The process may be slow, it may be messy, you may stumble, but every step you take toward me is treasured. I celebrate your daily choice to believe what I say about you. My presence is the place where you can finally exhale, drop the mask, and simply abide. Even your ordinary days matter. It is not only in big moments that I show up. I am in the quiet decisions, to be kind, to pray, to choose hope instead of fear. Nothing done in love is wasted in my kingdom. You are not unseen. Your hidden faithfulness, your private sacrifices, your silent yes to me, they all count. They are woven into the story I am telling through your life. If the pressure of your own expectations weighs heavy on you, let me lift that off. You were never meant to save yourself or carry the whole world on your shoulders. Your worth is not hanging in the balance of what you do or how others see you. Your identity is shaped by the one who breathed life into you and delights in you. Let that truth bring a soft freedom over your heart. Give yourself permission to stop constantly proving yourself and simply receive my love. As you learn to live from being loved instead of striving to be loved, That love will overflow to others. My love is not scarce. It does not run out if you share it. It is a river, always full, always flowing. When you realize how freely you are loved, you will find it easier to be kind, to show grace, to release judgment and comparison. You don't have to compete. I do not measure by outward success. I look at the openness of the heart. Extend to others the grace I give to you. Let forgiveness flow from you as it flows to you. I am shaping in you a generous heart, one that reaches beyond self-protection and learns deep compassion. Your walk with me is not just about you. It is connected to others, a larger family, a bigger story. Your struggles, your healing, your redemption, all become a testimony that whispers hope to others who are searching. As you dare to step out and share what I have poured into you, you become a living vessel of my love. Remember, every quiet yes to me sends ripples far beyond what you see. When you forgive, when you love patiently, when you choose humility and ask for my help, you help bring life where there was dryness. No act of love is ever wasted. I delight in your desire to follow me. I am moved by your willingness to trust, even when you feel small or lacking. My strength is made visible in your weakness. My glory shines brightest when you depend on me. You are not alone in this. I am with you, sustaining, celebrating, guiding you gently into the fullness of life that is found in my presence. I have seen you try to measure yourself by others' standards or by shifting ideas of success. I invite you to notice that my gaze has never left you. My thoughts about you do not rise and fall with your achievements or with people's opinions. I know who you are at the core. I see the dreams you barely whisper. I see the hopes you hesitate to share. You are not defined by confusion or setbacks. You are marked by the love that formed you, the mercy that covers you, and the future I keep calling you into. Let your fear of being unworthy melt in the warmth of my presence. I alone can declare your worth, and I do so with steady delight. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I see through every mask, every defense, every "I'm fine" you use to cover your pain. And still I am for you. Still I want to lift shame from your shoulders and place truth over your life like a banner. Sometimes you feel misunderstood, as if no one fully sees your effort or understands your struggle. You may quietly wish someone could truly celebrate the small strengths in you. Know this: you have never been overlooked by me. Every detail of who you are, every act of faithfulness done when nobody is watching, is treasured. You may feel like a seed buried in the dark, unsure if you will ever break through the soil. Trust what I am doing under the surface. Your roots are growing even when you cannot see it. I am not impatient with your growth. I cherish the slow unfolding, the gentle change, the courage it takes for you to keep reaching for light when life feels heavy. Anxiety often speaks loudly, doesn't it? Questions about finances, safety, relationships, the future. I see how these worries try to crush your peace, how shadows grow when you think too far ahead. Hear me. I am not only your provider, I am your source. I satisfy the deepest needs of your soul. Do not let fear convince you that my hands are empty or that your prayers are useless. My supply is not limited by circumstance. Where you feel lack, I can bring fullness. Where doors have closed, I can open ways no one expected. I enjoy taking care of you, not just with what you need to survive, but with little surprises that show my kindness. Breathe deeply and remember, You are not carrying today by yourself. When pain comes, through loss or disappointment or sudden change, know that I am not far. Your tears are not ignored. I gather each one with care. I weave even your sorrow into a story of redemption you will one day understand more fully. Bring me your joy and your pain. Let me sit with you in the valley. Let me place my hands gently over what is broken. There is no shame in your struggle, no fault in your honest need for comfort. Every sincere cry reaches me. I walk beside you. When your strength disappears, I carry you. I whisper hope over your tired heart. Do not believe that struggle means you are forgotten. Often, struggle becomes the place where my faithfulness shines the clearest. Nothing in your past, no failure, no missed opportunity, no rebellion, can cancel my purpose for you. I am the God who restores, who rebuilds, who makes all things new. I do not hold your past against you. I do not demand what you cannot give. I offer renewal. I remove guilt and turn ashes into beauty. Your story is still unfolding. I have good chapters ahead. Every detour, every stumble, every doubt has been woven into a bigger pattern of hope. You are never disqualified from my love. You are always invited into deeper trust and greater freedom. Trust my timing and my ways, even when they do not match your understanding. I know the way forward every time. As you move through your days, pay attention to the gentle nudges I send, the unexpected calm, the small kindness, the sudden clarity. These are not accidents. They are signs of my presence, reminders that I am working in every detail. I know the exact steps it took to bring you to this moment, and I am still arranging things for your good. Nothing is wasted. No waiting, no silence, no repeated prayer is lost. Faith asks you to trust that seeds will grow, that whispered prayers will echo, that hope in me is never wasted. When doubts rise and your heart wants to shut down, do not hide from me. Bring your questions, your weariness, your wrestling. There is room in my love for honest struggle and searching. If you come to me with your pain, I will not turn away. I will meet you there, sometimes with answers, sometimes with a peace that holds you even when you do not fully understand. I never meant for our relationship to be a show of flawless faith. I meant it to be real, close, alive. Let your doubts lead not to silence and despair, but to open conversation with me. I will not punish you for sincerely seeking. I will draw you deeper into knowing my heart. You are treasured, not because your faith is perfect, but because you keep coming back. Each time you choose hope over bitterness, kindness over hardness, trust over fear, you open like a flower in the garden I am tending. I see your effort. I see your resilience. I see your softness in a harsh world. I am proud of you, not because you have done everything right, but because you are learning to let me carry you. Do not underestimate your small steps. In my eyes, they are victories. They are signs that your heart is slowly resting in my love. Come close now and remember, every breath you take is precious to me. Every thought is known. Every desire is seen. As these words sink into your spirit, I am inviting you not just to think about faith, but to live in the love I have always offered you. I have seen every time you hesitated, every moment the world convinced you that you were too broken, too far gone, or too unseen for my love to reach you. Yet here, in my presence, those lies crumble. My love is not limited by your past, your weakness, or your fear. My compassion is renewed with each sunrise. It chases you through your darkest hours. It waits patiently when you stop looking for me. I understood the weight of your regret before you could name it, and I made a way through it, turning places of loss into places of new beauty. My patience does not end. With me, nothing is wasted, not a tear, not a prayer, not a long night. Everything you offer, even your smallest longing for hope, I receive, restore, and multiply. You may wonder what it truly means to rest in me. It is not escaping your life or pretending everything is fine. It is letting yourself be fully known, fully accepted, and still guided forward with purpose. I hear the groans you cannot put into words and the gratitude you do not know how to express yet. When you are unsure of your next step, I already know the whole journey. I gently align your heart with my promises, even when your surroundings tell a different story. Remember, I work in small ways and big ones. I work slowly and suddenly. I work in the quiet as well as in the dramatic. Deliverance sometimes looks like strength to get through the day, wisdom to wait instead of rush, or courage to forgive yourself and others. As you sit with me, bring your worries into the light. I hold each fear carefully, not as a harsh judge, but as your maker, your defender, your friend. Invite me into your confusion, into the knots of your heart, into the tension you cannot resolve. Watch as I untangle what overwhelms you. Sometimes I open new doors. Sometimes I bring calm without changing every detail. I am not unsettled by your doubts. Bring them. I can carry both your hope and your questions. Your honesty honors me more than forced certainty. Let these moments be true encounters with me, where my peace is not an idea, but a real anchor for your soul. I am building in you a resilient hope. Hope that has walked through disappointment and still stands is not naive. It is strong. It knows I do not leave you on the edge of uncertainty. Can you sense how I am steadying you, shaping you for things that matter more than comfort? I am inviting you to thrive even when the world trembles. My hope is not wishful thinking. It has substance. It holds you up when you are weak and calls you forward when you are afraid. This is why I treasure your persistence. How you keep coming back to me even after drifting or going cold. Every step toward me, no matter how shaky, brings joy to my heart. My arms are always open. My celebration rises every time your heart turns back to me. Release the fear that you must earn my love or fight for my attention. In this moment, you are not lost in a crowd. You are my beloved one. I see you. I respond to you with perfect love. Everything you lack, I know how to supply. In places where you feel empty, my fullness shines brightest. You were never meant to carry your life alone. I love filling your need with my abundance. Yes, there will be days that stretch you, moments when you think you are at your limit. But my power is made perfect, not in your striving, but in your surrender. When you come to me in your real weakness, I clothe you with strength that does not fade. You may find it hard to believe that I entrust my purposes to you. Yet I often choose the ones the world overlooks. What others throw away, I gather. What others dismiss, I bless. You are not unknown to me. When you feel unqualified or pushed aside, remember, I chose you not only for what you can do, but for who you are, a child after my own heart. When shame tries to drown out my call, let my words be louder. I do not measure you by your scars, your past, or your reputation. I look at your willingness to answer my voice and let my love define you. You are not walking this path alone. Even right now, as you listen, my spirit is with you. I am preparing people, connections, healing, and community that will show my faithfulness in your story. Do not hide everything from those I place in your life. In your vulnerability, I grow true fellowship. In your honesty, I build bridges. As you comfort others, you will feel my comfort flow back into you, over and over. Allow yourself to receive as well as give. You were not made to bear life's weight in isolation. Wherever you are, whether you sit in grief, confusion, or quiet longing, invite me again to speak. I will light the next step, or I will simply hold your heart in peace. I am not impatient with you. I am not surprised by your ups and downs. I have never been closer than I am right now. My promises do not disappear when you struggle. Even when you see no progress, I am growing fruit inside you that will bloom in the right time. Let each breath remind you that you are held by a love stronger than your circumstances, louder than the voice of doubt, and more faithful than memories of how things used to be. In these quiet moments, let your defenses soften. Open to the idea that healing, direction, and strength are closer than you think. I am calling you deeper, not just to know about me, but to know me in the hidden places where real change begins. When you feel resistance, tell me. Let my kindness melt your walls. Let my wisdom guide your choice. Let my peace cover the anxiety that feels unstoppable. Healing in my presence is not always dramatic. Often it is the slow mending of what was broken, the gentle return of laughter, the quiet rise of courage, the dawning awareness that you are loved, wanted, and meant for more. There is much more I desire to write into your story. Stay close to me. What I have started, I will finish. Not one word of promise over your life will return empty. When your story feels heavy and the unknown ahead makes you feel uneasy, I see every hesitation, every backward glance. Nothing about you escapes my notice. Nothing is too small. The dreams you buried, the questions you never voiced, the desire for deeper meaning, I hold them all. There are no wasted days with me, no forgotten prayers. Your quiet endurance, your private tears, your restless heart, they matter to me. I invite you to move forward not by pushing harder, but by trusting deeper. Let go of the need to understand everything before you step. I am not only the one who knows the destination, I am the one walking beside you. I guide, I comfort, I correct when needed. My guidance may be gentle, a shift in desire, a quiet nudge, but no part of your path is untouched by my presence. Trusting me does not mean closing your eyes to reality. It means seeing with your heart when your eyes do not yet see the full picture. Let your trust reach beyond what you can touch right now. Hope, for you, is not a weak wish. It is the anchor I placed in your soul. It holds you steady when storms hit. It lifts you when darkness feels heavy. You may wonder if your efforts matter when results feel slow, but the seeds you plant by faith, watered by your honesty and expectation, do grow. Waiting is not an empty hallway. It is a place where I shape your character and your circumstances at the same time. When you are tempted to give up, remember, I work under the surface long before you see the harvest. What is hidden in this season is being nurtured by my hand. Your smallest choices, to be humble, to forgive, to speak life instead of negativity, are seen. I delight in every step you take toward wholeness. Every time you turn away from something lesser to focus on me, I rejoice. Many times you looked for security in people's opinions, but their approval faded. I invite you to stop chasing your worth there. Come to me with your questions about who you are. I do not wait for you to reach perfection before I call you beloved. My love is not conditional. Every story of struggle in your life is a place I can touch with mercy. Your past does not cancel your future. Scars can become reminders of grace. Regrets can become testimonies of rescue. I am eager, not reluctant, to speak hope into you. You are not your mistakes. You are not your worst moments. You are the one I keep loving, keep calling, keep guiding. Release comparison. See yourself through my eyes as someone full of promise and possibility, covered by grace. The world around you offers quick distractions and shallow comfort, but I invite you to come deeper. The deepest part of you does not want noise, it wants connection. Not applause, but my whisper. Step away from the chaos for a moment and let me refresh you. Let my words become the ground where your confidence grows. In silence with me, I reveal peace that supports your courage, wisdom that cuts through confusion, and direction that steadies your steps. You are surrounded by my faithfulness, even when you do not notice it right away. My care is like a thread running through your days, tying together the scattered pieces of your story. I take what seems random and use it with purpose. My ways are not limited by what people expect or by what seems logical. I specialize in what looks impossible. When your resources run out, I am still your source. Answers may come through simple things: a kind word, a new idea, a fresh view. Do not overlook the small moments. I often start with the simple to show you something deep. Relationships may hurt you. People can be your greatest joy and also your deepest pain. Where wounds have formed, where misunderstanding lingers, open your heart to forgiveness. Not because others deserve it, but because your soul needs freedom. Forgiveness is not pretending nothing happened. It is trusting me with what is not yours to fix. Let my love heal you, not because you are strong, but because I am strong in you. I will teach you a compassion you did not think you could have. There is rest in releasing offense. There is freedom in grace. Your purpose is not wrapped only in big moments. Every conversation, every silent prayer, every unseen kindness shapes your legacy. Some of your greatest impact happens where no one else notices, but I do. I do not rate your life by what the world celebrates. Your quiet faithfulness matters to me as much as grand acts. Do not despise your routine or your everyday tasks. In your ordinary, I am weaving extraordinary beauty. I am fitting every detail together, not just for you, but for the lives your life will touch. Let my joy be your strength, a well that bubbles up even in hard times. When you face resistance, remember it does not define the outcome. My love goes ahead of you. My power walks with you. I give you what you need in each step. Stand sure in this. I will never leave you to face life alone. My promises are as steady as my presence, hour by hour, moment by moment. When doubts creep in, run to me with honesty. Bring me your fears and your questions. Real faith grows not by avoiding struggle, but by bringing struggle to me. Keep leaning into me. I will always respond. You have stayed, you have listened, and now I draw you even closer. Every word you have taken in is alive and working in you, stirring parts of your heart that longed for my touch. I have seen your fears, those quiet thoughts that say you are not enough, that you will fail again, that you might disappoint me. Let those burdens fall from your shoulders. You were never meant to carry them alone. I am the God who sees behind your defenses and still chooses you. I call you beloved before you do anything great. In this holy quiet, let my love wash over you again. My joy in you does not depend on perfection. I delight in your willingness to lean on me, to be honest, to receive what you cannot earn. The world will always ask you to prove yourself, but here, with me, you are worthy simply because I say so. My voice does not speak condemnation. It gently restores the broken places, gathering every fragment with care. Stop now and breathe. I am holding you, not as an idea, but as a living reality. My hands steady you on uncertain roads. My voice leads you when everything ahead seems unclear. I am not asking you to understand everything or predict every turn. I ask only this: trust me. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks, from $50 to $100. Trust me with your fears, your disappointments, your fragile dreams. Trust me with your family, your future, your desire to be loved and to belong. Every prayer you have whispered in the dark, I remember. Every tear I treasure. Not one moment with me is wasted. Not one cry goes unnoticed. Let yourself ask again the prayers you buried in disappointment. I am still listening. I am still kind. There are areas of your heart that feel dry from unmet hopes. As a gardener waters dry ground, I am sending fresh streams of hope into your life. I speak possibility where you expect nothing. I heal wounds you thought would always hurt. I restore years you thought were lost. I redeem failures you thought defined you. I am the God who makes all things new, not just once long ago, but right now in your story. When you look at ashes and think, this is all that's left, watch as I bring beauty from them. I love your joy, but I also stay near when you close the door and cry alone. My love is not blocked by your struggle. You cannot outrun my mercy or drain my faithfulness. If you understood the depth of my commitment to you, you would never feel truly unsafe again. I go before you. I stand behind you. I hold you up from underneath. I watch over you without stopping. On your best days and your hardest days, you are equally mine. The dreams I placed in your heart are not random. Every desire for good, for truth, for real impact is a seed from me. Trust that I will water what I plant. Even when you cannot see how, I am tending those dreams. When you feel lonely on the path, remember, you are not an orphan. I have wrapped you in my spirit. I have poured into you a strength that is not your own. Where you feel weakest, my power can be seen most clearly. I am not waiting for you to become someone better before I love you. I am already at work transforming you, but my love has always been full at every step. I see your honest intentions, even in unsure steps. I know the courage it takes to show up each day, to act with kindness, to try again. None of this is hidden from me. It is precious. Sometimes you will not feel me as strongly as you want. Even then, your faith pleases me. In the quiet, I am still working. I am weaving the story of your life, joy and sorrow, struggle and victory, into a tapestry of redemption. What feels small to you shines in my view. Your daily faithfulness, unseen by many, echoes in eternity. Your choices to forgive, to hope, to release what you cannot control, these matter. You are working with me, even in your simplest acts of love. Do not despise these beginnings. Through them, I do wonders. Let your soul rest. There is no need to push for my approval. You already have it. Where others have called you too much or not enough, I speak over you, chosen, treasured, redeemed. You bear my image, carrying a reflection of my heart. Do not compare your journey to others. I crafted a path just for you, with secrets of purpose that fit you alone. When confusion rises, let my peace ground you. When fear tries to freeze you, remember my promises. I am with you. I will help you. I will not let you go. Step forward, knowing you never walk alone. Let gratitude grow inside you, not because life is simple, but because I am faithful. Remember, I am able to do more than you can ask or imagine. Come to me daily, honestly, just as you are, and you will see the landscape of your heart shift from dry to blooming. My faithfulness has no end, and you stand inside that promise. I am shaping your story with a purpose greater than what you now see. There is always more grace, more wisdom, more strength. Listen now. I call you by name. I speak life into your weariness. I stir up old dreams that grew dim. I restore. I rebuild. I pour hope into unexpected seasons. Do not turn away too quickly. Stay open to my voice. Be attentive to my leading. If what you are hearing echoes in your own story, answer this invitation in a simple way. Say amen where you are. Write these words down or share this hope with someone who needs it, so that what I am stirring in you does not end here. In every situation, I am working for your ultimate good, drawing you closer to what I created you for. Trust my timing. Trust my heart. Trust what my love can do in you and through you. Let my peace rest over your heart like a soft covering. And remember, you are never forgotten, never forsaken. Amen.